Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy and today we are painting this is a time lapse of my painting for Inktober Pump 3, which is Path. I decided to do kind of a Halloween-esque kind of spooky scene with the nighttime sky and the trees being being, what do you call it, shadows in the foreground. Not shadows, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Words are hard. It's late in the evening while I'm voiceovering, doing my little voiceovers. And starting with, I mixed together Orca and Wintry Night to get a kind of a dark nighttime color is what I was going for. But the moon's glowing pretty brightly, so I didn't want it to be completely dark. And then I had to think about how dark and light I want my mountains and all of the background elements to be, because my trees I want to be pretty deep dark, like almost black. Which honestly, after I got done doing this painting and set it aside, I went back in and darkened up in Photoshop or Procreate rather, on my, because I scanned these all in when I was done. I went in and darkened up the silhouette, that's the word I was looking for, of the trees, just to make there be a bit more contrast than there is in the real painting. I end up really liking how they look touched up a bit in Photoshop, and I do that quite a bit. I'll do a watercolor piece, or not necessarily colored pencil, but usually watercolor piece, and I'll get it to a point where I think I'm super happy with it, and I'll scan it and put it in Photoshop or Procreate and start tweaking, and then I'll really look at it and be like, I could have a bit more contrast, or we could improve it a little bit here, or tweak this a little bit over there. And by the time I get done, it's a completely different piece sometimes. Like the painting has become the base painting, and then you put it in Procreate or Photoshop and you finish it or create a whole new piece with that as like the ground. I've done that a bit. Here and there with my pieces. Yeah, so this one I like painting or doing those exercises where you only use one color, or you only use 2 colors or 3 colors to create a painting, like a full finished piece. It's a really good exercise. It's helped me a lot with water control, color mixing, learning how to control the value of my colors, the dark and light of them. It has helped a lot with that. Knowing what paints will do what I need them to do and what they won't do. Like you can only layer up so many layers to get that deep dark, or maybe you've put on too much and will it lift and things like that. I've learned quite a lot with just doing monochrome studies, or just choosing 2 colors or 3, and that's it. That's all I get to use, and not traditional colors either. Like I'll go with indigo, and I actually have done quite a few with indigo. These are favorite go-tos for me. Dioxazine purple and quin magenta. And I really love how that purpley, you can go from pale pink, almost white, all the way through to almost completely black. It makes such a crazy range of colors. And I've done a couple of really beautiful landscape paintings doing that. I was throwing in a little like dirt road path kind of thing to the little house back there, little cabin or house at the base of the mountains back there, and those low rolling hills that happen before the mountains start emerging from the ground. I'm blocking in my trees, and I did do a sketch for each one of these pieces that I'm doing for October. I am doing a pencil sketch first, and then going in and painting and dropping a little fence line, and maybe it's not perfectly straight. Not all fences are new, so that's what my thought pattern there was. Sorry if you hear that noise in the background, it's the washer going. And then I tried hard to get the foreground dark. I'm using the Mars Black, I think is what it is. Yeah. But it doesn't get like densely black, like black hole black. So it will end up drying quite a bit lighter, which is fine. And I go back and forth a little bit here. I was thinking it was a snowy, when the snow melts or it's starting to melt, and you've got sections where it's still crisp and clean, and then you have sections where you can see the grass and dirt underneath it and it looks kind of mucky. That's the effect I was going for, especially on the roadway and between the trees. There wouldn't be so much snow between the trees, right? Because the branches are in the way. And then I'm trying to get that wet road feeling in. They've driven over the snow and made it a little slushy, that kind of feel. This painting took real time. It took 2 hours to do because I had to dry between layers, and I really didn't want to have to wait, so I did use my heat tool, and it still took a couple of hours to get this piece exactly where I wanted it to be. Doing the trees was challenging to not get them too full, but you still want them to look. Okay, I lost a little bit of footage because I had to get up and walk away and left the camera on, apparently, with nothing going on for almost an hour. I'm just, taking off all the tape, getting that crisp, clean edge because it's so satisfying, right? And I didn't actually do too much more to this piece. I came back and thought, all right, this looks good. We'll just let it be. So yeah, here we are, all set. A little close-up action. And there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments below, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you to hang out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.